I know the _Mersh account on YouTube. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? Hi everybody, I just got in the house. And yeah. Oh God. I am not in good shape. Oh. Welcome to Nightwave Radio. I'm your host, Mersh. Hi, good to see everybody. A little bit of an aside to kick off the evening. Well, first, obviously, I'm Mersh, at Gooning on Rumble. Nightwave Radio here on Rumble. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, share the link out on your social media if you want to be a cool guy. I'm going to drop the usual link, revengeofthesis.com/Nightwave. If you'd like to donate, support this show, that'd be great. But honestly, extra brownie points to anybody who donates on Cash App. Why Cash App, do you ask? Because it's the only debit card I have. Yeah. I dropped my wallet on the plane. And the only reason I have the Cash App card is because I took it out of my wallet to purchase a beverage on the flight. And I guess I dropped my wallet at some point. So I only have my Cash App card. So yeah, revengeofthesis.com/Nightwave. Like I said, extra bonus points if you want to donate on Cash App, as that will be the only money I have until I go replace all of my cards. Yeah. I mean, I'm already reaching out to Southwest, and there is a good chance somebody turned it in. I mean, I know most people go, well, fuck, I guess you're just fucked, huh? I guess everyone's just a scumbag who steals. I've come to find that historically, if it's stuff like that, it usually gets returned. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to... I mean, unless you're like a really sophisticated financial scammer, most people don't have the balls to steal debit cards and shit. Like, it was no cash. There was just my ID and like my two debit cards and a credit card that I had in the wallet. So there's really not anything in there worth stealing per se. You know what I mean? So I am hoping that, I'm hoping that somebody probably will see it when they were cleaning in the plane and probably went, oh, what is that? And probably went, oh, fuck, But I am fucked. So yeah, if you want, donate via Cash App, and you'll be cool as fuck. Camera Chris says, why are we on this channel? What do you mean? I'm on the right channel, right? Am I on the wrong channel? I'm on the right channel, you dumb fuck. What are you talking about? I'm looking at it right now. I'm on Nightwave Radio, and it's not my user account. I'm on the channel Nightwave Radio. Is Camera Chris fucking with me? I don't know. Am I wrong? I don't know, man. I'm hungover, so work with me here. Is Camera Chris right, or am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right channel. But then I'm looking at the numbers, and my numbers suck dicks. And then I'm like, am I on the right channel? Because also, nobody's watching this. So that kind of sucks. Virgie, if you want to do that, I'm bringing Virgie on, but we're going to try something new, because that's a good, smart thing to do when you're fucking hungover. Is to fucking start trying to learn new things. So I guess he wants to do Rumble Studio. Okay. So we'll do that. So yeah, we'll try that. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we get Virgie on. Now, I will promise you this, tonight, I do have something for Virgie. It's gonna piss him off. Virgie is going to be so jealous when I tell him who I met this weekend. But yeah, so like I said, revengeassist.com/Nightwave. Please, if you're hearing my words, please, Cash App, donate on Cash App, because I have a feeling that for at least the next 2 to 3 days, I'm gonna probably only have my Cash App card to survive on. That fucking sucks dick, bro. Every other card I had was in that fucking wallet. Again, I think somebody will probably turn it in, but until I get it back. And now the worst part is, if I want to go get my wallet, I have to go all the way back to fucking Orlando Airport. I have to park. I have to pay for parking. I have to go all the way into the fucking terminal. I gotta go to the back. Like, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. A fucking nightmare. So, it is what it is. Have a fucking drink. I'm so hungover, man. So I blew a .21 at the after party for Range Day. Oh, I have so many stories to tell you. I have so much tea to spill. Range Day was wild. Like, so Range Day, I will say this. I think it was because it was so close to the holidays. Not as big of a turnout this year. So there wasn't as many people. However, the after party, it was the same way they did it last year, where there was like an $8,000 open bar, but because the turnout wasn't that great, I pretty much could tell you that I don't know anybody that didn't get fucking annihilated at that party. I mean, everyone got fucking annihilated. Okay, I got really bad. I blew a .21. Congratulations, Mersh. I blew a .21, and I mean, it's probably no secret, but I don't know. I'm not gonna put that. Fuck it. I'll say it. Alex Stein was thrown out of the after party. I think that most people that I spoke to the next day, the general consensus was that nobody was more wasted than me and Alex Stein. We were the two worst ones in the place. Now, I didn't get thrown out because I had babysitters, but I got fucking annihilated. Annihilated at this fucking party. Apparently at one point, as you guys know, I'm not very good when people try to give me water when I'm drunk. Apparently, Marie tried to give me water, and I threw water at her. So, I mean, it was bad. Apparently, I took a spill at some point, and I wasn't speaking words anymore. At one point, I was told, me and Alex Stein, Royce was like, bro, at one point, you and Alex Stein were fucking screaming at each other. And I'm like, what? Live chat all blacked out. I don't know what's going on. This person in the chat's whining. Camera Chris is whining. I don't know what's wrong. I can see the chat. So I don't know what's going on, guys. Maybe it's your shit. Update your app. But yeah, dude, apparently he was like, you and Alex Stein were fucking screaming at each other at one point. And I was like, and at first I'm thinking like in a bad, and he goes, no. He goes, you guys weren't mad at each other. It's just that Stein gets me like amped up. He does that to everybody. I mean, if you spend 2 minutes with Alex Stein, you're going to be like, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes up, and you find yourself like matching his energy. And apparently him and Adam, the lectern guy, kept trying to say like, yo, you guys should try to get on Tim Pool. You guys should go on Tim Pool. And I'm like, we fucking hate Tim Pool. I don't respect, like, everyone kept telling us what a good guy Tim Pool is all night. I don't know what that was, but I'm like, I don't care. I don't fucking like the guy. So I guess at some point we were hammered, and Alex Stein was like, "You gotta go on Tim Pool. You guys gotta just go, man. Just like show some respect and go on Tim." And I'm like, apparently we were yelling, and I'm like, "I would rather fucking die than go on his fucking show." Like we were screaming at each other, but like not mad. Like he was like, "Yeah, you guys weren't mad at each other. You guys were just fucking screaming." And I'm like, I was probably just matching his fucking insane energy. Yeah, it was really bad. We got fucked up. Now, I will say this. Can I do a little humble brag right here? Can I do a little humble brag? So, you meet people when you're at these things, right? And, where is it? See, so I got some new followers. I got a clout brag for just a moment here. I got a clout brag just a little bit because I have a new follower on Twitter. I got a new Twitter buddy. Where is it? Can we? Hey guys, you guys ever heard of this nobody called OSINT Defender? You ever heard of this guy? 1.2 million followers. Whatevs. You know how weird it is to just sit, like, it's weird, right? Because you sit and you just talk to people, right? You're just chatting with people, and it's not really like a fucking, there's no, at least with me, there's no like, who's this guy? I'm networking. Like, who can we like, you know what I mean? Like, who can I network with or get some clout off of? And like, no, you're just sitting there chatting with people and having a pleasant conversation. And then eventually they're like, oh yeah, let's follow each other. And you're like, oh, okay. And I met this guy, but I'm not going to dox the guy. I mean, I'm sure he's already doxed, but I'm not going to do it. But I knew him by his name. He was just a guy I was sitting there having a whiskey with, talking. And then Royce was like, oh yeah, it's my co-host. You guys should follow each other, blah, blah, blah. And Royce was like, yo, you know who this is? And I'm like, no. And then he just shows me the Twitter account. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Like, yeah, you're that guy. It's weird when you're just like, oh, you're that guy. So now my shitty ass, no checkmark, 600 follower account is getting followed by that guy. Very cool dude. We had a good time, man. It's pretty good. Now, I'm waiting for Virgie here. I don't know if Virgie's coming on. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's fucking gay. I am so fucked if I don't get this wallet back. I'm hoping that they found it and left it at the baggage claim today. And I was going to go back to the airport on the chance it wasn't there. I had already left the airport and I was already like halfway home. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, I'm not driving all the way back to the airport because if it's not there, I'm gonna kill myself. So I was like, it's better to just wait a day. I put in a call to him and was like, please let me know. Found my fucking wallet, but again, I don't know what anybody's really gonna do with my ID and 2 fucking shitty debit cards, So I'm hoping I can just get my fucking stuff back. When I had my wallet, I would put it in my back pocket. You sit on it, you're not comfortable, right? But my wallet had a bunch of fucking cards and all this shit in it. And I eventually realized, like, I don't need all of my shit all of the time. When I travel, I need my ID and I need, like, usually 2 debit cards and a credit card. It's pretty much what I need. So I figured out, these fucking we had business card holders that we were using for actual business cards. But I was like, oh wait, I just popped like my shit in there, and then it's just a lot smaller and it was a lot slimmer, and it's a lot easier to drop on a plane and then not realize it. That's the downside. Anyway, salute, first drink of the night. Well, no, I guess not. I was at the airport. I did drink it. I've been drinking a lot. Yeah, I blew a .21. A .21 at the after party. That is some fucking shameful shit. Oh my God. But apparently, like, again, it was so funny, man. So the next day, I get up, and I know it's like, you know, sometimes, like, I've had, as an alcoholic, I've had plenty of nights I don't really remember everything, right? But I definitely don't feel any bad vibe or anything. It's not like, you know, there's just times you wake up and you're like, oh, last night was probably fine. And, you know, I don't really remember much. And then there's other times you wake up and you don't remember the second half of the night. And then you go, oh, but I also have a feeling like you just know something wasn't great. So I was wrecked. I was fucking wrecked. And I was like, so man, you know what I mean? So then they were telling me what I did. And I was like, man, I feel like a fucking asshole, this, that, the other. And then they start telling me what like a bunch of other people were doing, and apparently I wasn't even I wasn't the worst one. It was kind of awesome. It was kind of awesome to not be the worst one. I was like, shit, fuck. I was like, man, did I really do it? Like Marie told me, she's like, yeah, I tried to give you water and then you poured it down my back. And I was like, did I seriously? I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt really bad. Now I'm laughing, but when I first started, I was like, Jesus Christ, did I? She's like, yeah, and you took a little tumble and we had to pick. She's like, but for the most part, you just kind of weren't speaking words anymore. I got to the point where I wasn't speaking words. It was just guttural mumbling noises. But I was like, damn, dude. She's like, yeah. So then I had to take you back to the hotel and then go back to the party. And I was like, fuck, dude. And I was like, man, I'm so sorry. She's like, yeah. She was like, and you were in the back of this Uber, and the guy was just like, hey, man, are you all right? It was like, and you were like, yeah, I'm all right. She was trying to do an impression of me. She's like, every once in a while she goes, is he okay? And she's like, yeah, he's fine. And yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. She's like, you were done, dude. So then I'm like, fuck, like that was bad. And then they were like, at least you didn't get thrown out. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, Stein got thrown out. I'm like, what? So then the next night, we hung out with Davey Jackson. You guys remember him? He was on our show twice. We got to get him on again. He's fun. He was the guy that grew up in the cults, and now he does stand-up. Very funny guy, dude. Friends with Davey is his show. And so we were hanging out with him the next night, and Davey was at Range Day, too. So he was hanging out. We were all partying. Well, he doesn't. Davey's a sober guy, but he was at the party. You know, he was hanging out at the after party, and he was observing, and so the next day we're hanging out with Davey, and we go do his podcast. Check out Friends with Davey. It'll be coming out soon. Me and Royce. I gotta tell you guys, I was particularly proud of that appearance. I think me and Royce were very funny. But so we were hanging out, smoking a cigarette outside of, because he has an actual podcast, like studio, like downtown. It's pretty dope. So we were downtown San Antonio, just smoking a cigarette outside, and we were recapping the night before, and Davey was like, you were fucking gone. And I'm like, yeah, I was pretty bad. I was like, I've been getting filled in today on some of my shenanigans. And he's like, yeah, he goes, dude, he's like, so I specifically goes, you said the N-word. And I'm like, did I? And he goes, no, I mean, like, you said it with gusto, dude. And I'm like, what did I say? And he goes, well, to be fair, he goes, you actually said it. I was like, did I? He goes, I think I called Alex Stein it, but like when we were yelling at each other. So it was like when we were like, I think I apparently called him in the middle of this crowded bar in San Antonio. Oh, and then last night, this is actually really funny. Adam, you know, the lectern dude, right? He left his phone. I guess he like dropped his phone, or he left his phone somewhere. So like Royce and Marie went and got it. I think he dropped it in the Uber or something, right? So Royce and Marie had to go get the lectern dude's phone. so they could send it back to him because he had left. Like, he came and did range day and he was gone the next day. So he's like, fuck, you know? So he's trying to get his phone, you know, them to send him the phone, whatever, right? So we had his phone. Like, the next night when we went out, they went in because they had to meet the Uber driver, get the phone, and we were downtown. We were doing a comedy show. So we're at this comedy show, and Marie is just like, I'm walking around with a J6er's phone right now. She's like, I think feds are going to be following us and shit, right? And I grabbed the phone at one point just trying to be funny, and I was like... And I was like, I was drunk. It was the next night. I was fucking still drunk. And drunk again and still. And I had no couth. I still don't know why I did this. Really loud at the bar. She goes, yeah, this is his phone. And I grabbed it and I'm going, I'm going to a federal building. And then, of course, people are looking at us, but San Antonio's based. Like, nobody cares. Like, you get away with a lot of shit. You can say a lot of out-of-pocket shit in San Antonio. Just get away with it. And everybody's saying, and people are like, why would you do that to him? I'm like, it's a funny prank. It's just something that would be a funny prank that you do on your funny prank friends. Yeah, it's just a little prank. We're having fun. Honestly, though, if I got called in by the FBI because my friend had my phone for a few days and they showed me a recording of like them saying that, I would be howling laughing. I would be dying. Oh my God, Virgie, I hate this fucking guy. I really hate him. Holy shit. Oh, did you guys see the Kyle Rittenhouse thing? Not all of you guys are on Twitter, so you probably didn't see. I met Kyle Rittenhouse. I met him at range day, and it didn't go well. And don't blame me for the shitty video. This is Alex Stein took this video, and I don't know why it's so shitty. I think he was using his fucking... I think he was using those fucking Ray-Bans. So, yeah, this was me meeting Kyle Rittenhouse.
By far are they? What? I'm a comedian. By far are that guy? No!
So I literally, it's hard to make out, but I basically asked Kyle Rittenhouse. By the way, they tricked me. Adam's a fucking dick. Alex Stein's a fucking dick. They all tricked me, right? So Rittenhouse was, he was hanging out. He was at range day. He was a very nice kid. Very nice kid. So did you hear about my other new cool thing that's happening?
You Medicaid approved the vasectomy?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm building a team, Virgie.
Oh, yeah?
I'm building a crew.
Oh, yeah?
So apparently, Rumble has a lot of disgruntled creators. OG creators. Oh,
do they?
Yeah, a lot.
No way.
And apparently, @Gooning on Rumble's been making the rounds.
Oh, has it?
I'm forming alliances now.
Damn straight.
So this chick, Sammy girl.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. One of the fucking old heads. Yeah, I know.
So I'm like on the plane the other day and I see this. Oh, one of Rumble's favorites blocked me. And I'm starting to get tagged in this and it's starting to show. I'm now in the anti-Rumble algorithm, which there is one on Twitter, by the way.
Hell yeah.
It really is, because I just was getting these suggested in my For You, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's look. One of Rumble's favorites blocked me. Open your eyes, friends. Some of your favorite creators are afraid to hear the truth and are only in it for a paycheck. Sincerely, a previous favorite. So this young woman is not happy, like many are, about the recent acquisition, right? So she goes, if this gets 100 likes, I'll post too. I didn't really like that too much, but I did want to find out who it was.
Well, I mean, she was one of the favorites for a reason, you know what I mean? She's good at being a fucking woman on the internet.
She said 80 is enough for a massive hint. Here you go, friends. Lumpy potato.
Oh, no, not the lumpster.
Yes.
I fucking hate that guy. What a it. What a fucking queer. It's pretty funny, though, like, when fucking Rumble isn't throwing somebody in front of like the boomer audience, I'm just dominating that shit by running around and calling people as a noble skeleton.
It's still great, though. It's better than anything these people are producing.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's indicative, dude. Like, I'm not saying that as a brag.
By the way, look at this post. Lumpy Potato, right? This Mastering Rumble Twitter account, it's a fucking pro. It's a pro Rumble account.
Yeah.
And he's like...
Wait, do you think favoritism when deciding who to repost? Oh, I see. This is a sad post. Waste of time. Let's get more productive. Stop crying. What a
I just thought
You're a fucking joke, bro. You fucking pull like 40 fucking viewers and get like fucking 300 views in an 8-hour fucking stream while your wife is fucking the neighbor. You're
Jesus.
fucking pathetic.
So listen, I know you made fun of my stand-up, but I don't care. I'm going to play it because...
I didn't make fun of it.
No, you didn't make fun of my stand-up. You just said all stand-ups. You were doing the Jim N-word.
No, it was good. I'm being honest. It's just really funny. It's like, Davey was like, you're getting up there, and you're like, all right, well, I need to fucking pull 3 minutes out of my ass immediately.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was funny.
I'm actually surprised. I thought, oh yeah, I did only do 3.5. You know what it was? He gave me the light, and I haven't done stand-up in so long. I kind of... That was one of my things when I used to do stand-up. Like... I was always bad with the light because, well, actually, I'm actually good with the light. The problem is most comics aren't good with the light. So
they gave it early.
They light you earlier and earlier, and then I follow the rules, so I wrapped it up way too fast. But because I had a fucking couple of other little jokes that I missed. Like the whole Florida thing killed me because I bring up Florida, and I just literally just did all the setup, and then I didn't even do my punchline. And I was like, oh yeah, that's I got distracted by the light. Also, I did mushrooms, so that probably didn't help.
No, that probably didn't help. Actually,
that's even more context. So, all right, I'm going to show you guys this. I did some stand-up comedy for the first time in 10 years. I thought it was 12. I was wrong. It was 10 years. But I haven't been on a stage in 10 years. Not counting, like, sitting with Top Lobster and making Jew jokes. That shit's easy. I'm talking, like, being on stage for like a crowd that doesn't know you, doesn't give a fuck. So we were hanging out. We did again, Friends with Davey. Follow it. It's a great show, and make sure you watch our episode with him. But afterwards, like, we're outside smoking, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm doing a fucking show up the street and blah blah blah." He's like, "You want to do?" He's like, "Oh, he's actually first." He said like. He's like, do you do stand-up anymore now? And I'm like, no. And he's like, why? I was like, I hate it. I hate the effort that goes into it versus the money you make, and it fucking sucks dick. I hate dealing with club owners.
I mean, it's good reason.
I'm like, yeah. I can be funny at home in my pajama pants and make super chats. Like, I don't need, you know what I mean? Like, it's just practicality, really. And he's like, all right. He's like, I get that, man. He's like, when was the last time you got on stage? And I'm like, fuck, man. It had to be like 12, 10 years ago, something like that. He's like, Jesus. He's like, oh, all right. He's like, no, I was only asking because, like, he's like, I'm going to do a show tonight. And, you know, if you guys want to come hang out, he's like, I was going to throw you on stage. And I'm like, I don't know about that. And I was kind of like resistant to it. And everybody kept going, like, oh, you got to do it. Come on, man, do it. And then, like, of course, even like I kept saying, I'm like, I'm going to bomb. This is going to be terrible, you know? And Davey's like, yeah, you're definitely going to bomb, but whatever. It's fucking, who cares? It's fun. Just go on stage, whatever. And then Davey's fucking with me as I'm, like, getting close to the time. Like, we're like, all right, it's 2 more comics, and then you're going up. You're going to kill it. Don't even worry about it. You're so great. You're going to be just fine. Like,
I love that
don't
guy.
even worry about it. Like, he's a fucking asshole. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit, Davey. So I'm like, whatever. He's getting me off. So I'm like, literally, I swear my hand to God, everything I said on that stage, I wrote 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I was on stage. Like, I just sat there while the other comics were on stage and started making little notes and shit, and then just went up and did a few minutes. But like, I now I realize too, I was hungover because this was the day after 2.1 boy, 0.21 boy, and I was already 0.16 boy at this point the night after, and I had got Royce had provided me with some fungi that was pretty enjoyable. So I was pretty lit, dude. Plus we found a weed vape in the studio, and Davey's like, I'm sober, I don't do that shit, so do you guys want this? And we're like, okay. I'm trying. Oh yeah, I'm fucking cooked. And I was like, all right, give me a couple of fucking minutes. And I just went and so this is it, guys. You can fucking make fun of me if you want, but this wasn't too bad.
So I want to get it out there right now. I have not been on stage in 12 years. So, Davey, you're an income today talking to this, and I fucking hope he's dead as we speak. So a couple takeaways. I'm in town for like this whole thing we'll get into later, but I just want to say I love San Antonio. Keep up to you.
Cheap pandering, baby. That's how you. Let me tell you something.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're a pro wrestler, comedian, doesn't matter. When you're like, "What up, Cleveland?" That's an easy. It'll get them going. The easiest thing I learned because this is why I used to get a lot of work as a host. And like they would pay me twice what they would pay other people to host shows because I'm a pandering and they like that. You know what I mean? Like weed, sex jokes, and like local stuff. And I became a master at like anywhere we traveled, I would always like learn about the place because it's like you're an out-of-town New Yorker and you're in Greenville, South Carolina, and you've got jokes about Greenville. They're like, oh shit. And stuff, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like, oh, the bus doesn't run on time. Like, dude, like I got in a blog of, well, it was like one of those early website blogs where they clipped a YouTube clip of me. I went to Spartanburg, South Carolina to do a show, and at the time, like Greenville, South Carolina was like a dump. Like it almost went the way of Baltimore for a while, and then like it cleaned up, and then they made it really nice. So for a time, all the people that like worked in Greenville lived in Spartanburg, and they were all like Mexican construction guys and shit. So I literally went out on stage and I was like, guys, it's good to be in Spartanburg, or as we all know, where Greenville keeps their fucking and a blog called the Spartanburg Spark put me on their front page. And it like, but this was back in 2007, so like they didn't do it like the way that nowadays they would have put it up to be like, you believe this piece of shit? But they actually just clipped it because they were like, hey, we had comedians in town. Like we don't really get that often, you know? And that literally they used that clip, and then all the comments were like, back in the day it wasn't like cancel culture. Everybody was like, that is pretty funny, it's pretty accurate. Like all locals. Like it's got a point. But yeah, always pander to, like, that's why I did this out of complete fear. Because I was like, if I went up and I was like, hey, you know, anybody here married? Like, did crowd work with a ball, you know what I mean? So I'm like, let me just make fun of San Antonio. It always works.
Twice, never received better hospitality in the state of Texas. I love this place. I will say this, when we were coming in, I noticed per capita, I've never seen more people wiping their feet. Because it was raining outside, and it's the most adorable, like, Texas fucking... Literally, there was a line, because people were like, I'm wiping my feet. So, you know, just props to you guys. If this is in New York where I grew up, are you kidding me? Like, that fucking entrance to this bar would look like a fucking gay dude's asshole.
Jokes.
Well, yeah, dog. In Texas?
Actually, San Antonio's pretty weird. It's a weird. Yeah. It's so close to Austin. It's so close to Austin, but it's so not like Austin. That makes sense. Like people are like, yeah, you said oh god, you weren't. All right, the audience already heard this earlier, but so Adam, the lectern guy.
Yeah, I caught this part.
Did you?
I caught this part. Yeah, before
I thought you
it
would
was
have
like right
enjoyed.
before I came in.
I
Yeah.
thought you would have enjoyed that story though. It's like I was just saying wild shit, just hoping a mic.
Yeah, and you know for a fact that there was an FBI agent listening to that, or it will eventually.
Of course, and you know what? Let's be honest. Probably laughing his ass off.
Yeah, probably.
Like probably knowing, all right, this isn't Adam. He did leave us singing it over, and this dude is really being a fucking. He's literally talking to me right now. Like, that's pretty funny. Like if I was an FBI agent, even if I was a horrible like globalist FBI agent, if I was listening in and I heard that, I would be howling laughing. I was like, I'm gonna right abs.
It's fucking
Can you
wild.
imagine if they take those recordings
It's so
and
funny.
because it could be voice matched to me, now I get arrested? And I'm like, I was fucking joking, man. It was a prank. All right.
It was a prank.
All right. Let's continue with the genius of Mersh. Nothing? I thought he'd laugh. I like San Antonio. It's a very good town. Probably my favorite Texas town. Austin's kind of lit, but I like San Antonio a little better. You guys kind of have my vibe. I used to work in strip clubs, so like I'm a sleaze, you know. But I don't want to live in like the ghetto either. You know, I like that nice comfortable medium. And San Antonio seems to have that. You guys have a good basketball team. You guys have decent strip clubs. You have amazing weed. I smelled some coming in earlier.
Hell yeah.
Basically just Mexican Houston. That deserved more. But but then I was told specifically by a Texan that's in our Patreon or one of our locals, whatever. They were like, yeah, he's like, that is a good joke. The problem is that everyone in Texas hates Houston. So he's like, you're never going to get a laugh in Texas comparing any city to Houston. And I'm like, is that true? He's like, yeah, that's like real shit. Like he's like Houston is literally everybody in Texas agrees. Fuck Houston. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I called them Mexican Houston. It was insulting. I'm like, I didn't know.
You know, I thought that was just a quirky bit in King of the Hill. Every time they talk about Houston, like fucking Hank just like, shudders.
The thing is I meant it as a compliment because that's what I said to because honestly that joke just came from something I actually said to Royce and Marie when we parked. Like when we went to downtown, like we went to where the Spurs play, like the stadium, and we were parking and we were downtown, and I'm like, and Royce was like, yo, this is a nice city. This is a nice big, but not too big. This is a really beautiful little downtown. And I said, yeah, bro. I said, I basically went, it's basically Mexican Houston. I'm like, it has all the cool shit Houston has. Just no. But I couldn't say that on stage. But the suggestion being Mexican Houston. It's basically Houston if you didn't have all from fucking Katrina living there.
Yeah, dude, and they hated it before Katrina.
Oh yeah, too. I mean it was already going that way. The Katrina was just a curb stomp. That was the coup de grace. You know what I mean? It was over after that. But no, yeah, I'm just saying. I was trying to compare it in a way that like Houston's cool. Like if you were, I don't want to listen, Virgie. I want to tread lightly here. Okay, I don't want to offend people, so I'm going to try to say this very gently.
Okay.
If you were to remove all of the by force from the city of Houston,
all right, that's
it would be paradise.
I don't know if that's very gentle, but.
And I'm just looking in now, and all the people that followed me on Range Day have now unfollowed me. By the way, I've been going hard on him today. You see?
Oh yeah, dude, I see. That's why I made the Grok rules, dude. I just threw in make me a beaded or fucking make an image of a photorealistic beaded friendship bracelet with Devin and Chris on it. Bam, perfect.
Yeah, I had to. This is fucking great. Congratulations to one of my best friends.
Yeah, dude. That's
by the way, an adult man and a CEO of a publicly traded company said that. My best friend. Has Bezos ever said that? Has Elon ever said that?
Not enough. I'm sure he's man, saying it in a conversation, two friends
In a
about
tweet.
friends or something.
In a tweet, I mean.
But like,
Has Jeff Bezos,
in
Elon
official
Musk,
capacity? No.
Mark Zuckerberg, has anyone ever tweeted out, my big friend, Devin Nunes? And also, it's kind of weird because, like, when you say that kind of shit too, like, you're not his best friend. That's always best friends is a weird thing anyway, because it's like nobody's ever gonna. Sometimes you link up, sometimes you don't, and then you get your feelings hurt.
It's
Like
gay.
Royce is my best friend. I doubt I'm his best friend. I know I'm one of his very close friends. Like, you know what I mean? I know I'm up there, but I'm not gonna pretend like we're not fucking doing. You know, we're not lifting triangular weights together and fucking. You know what I mean? We're like
Triangular
comparing our macros and shit. You know what I mean? Like whatever. But we're still best friends. You know what I mean? But that idea of best friends. Sorry, I gotta have a stroke.
No, it's fine. My dog needs something. I'll be right back.
Fine, go away. Anyway, so this was Chris Pavlovsky talking about his best friend Devin Nunes, and then I'm just gonna keep using. Again, I am the leader of the Rumble revolution. I'm the Che Guevara of fucking Rumble. People are gonna face the wall. All right, we are gonna fucking take over. Like Castro and the boys. So I retweeted it. Chris constantly has to attach himself to anyone and everyone. Remember his cringe selfie with Trump and Elon? Dude, the shit people say behind your back would wound you. Nobody respects you. I am on record right now, Chris. The shit people say about you. And by the way, I'm not talking about in the ROTC pre-show meetings. We always knew you were a fucking but I'm talking about out and about. Nobody respects you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Imagine Mersh, the lolcow, the douchebag, this fucking bah, bah, bah. Imagine him saying, I don't have any respect. People hate you. You're right. Nobody respects me either, Chris. The difference being is that one of us was born on third base, pretending he hit a triple. And one of us was born fucking drunk in a nightmare of a life. I climbed more rungs of the ladder than you did to get to where I am. And while, yes, you are correct in that nobody respects me, if you want to flip that back on me, I can assure you that doesn't change the fact that nobody respects you either. You're me. You're me. You're me with a fake job. You have a fake made-up job that you leverage every day of your life for friendships. By the way, you want to know fun? You know what? I'll fucking talk out of school. Why not? Let's do it. It's been a wild weekend.
Oh yeah, brother. This is what I want to hear.
Hey, Chris, remember when you were like, "Hey, you guys want to meet Dana White?" And we were like, "Fucking A." That's the most question ever. That's like Forrest Mommy coming up to you and being like, "Hey, do you want to eat this slice of pizza while I blow you?" Like, I would
sorry.
say that would be a yes. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry, was that rhetorical?
Yeah,
what is the point of that?
What's the point of the question? Yeah, obviously, yes. Is it deep dish? My only issue would be, is it deep dish? I don't want Chicago.
Fuck that, I'll eat Altoona pizza if that's the off.
No, listen, if it's like deep dish or Altoona, I'll just go, can I just get the blowjob then? I don't even like that kind of pizza.
What if she's like, no, you have to eat the pizza, it's kind of my thing.
Then I mean, obviously I'd be eating a fucking a slice of pizza that has dog shit on it.
It's so fucking stupid.
All I'm saying is, it was a silly question. So he goes, yeah, you guys want to meet Dana White, hang out with him? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I think I'll go play slots. Of course, we're like, yeah, let's go. Where are you guys at? He's like, oh, we're at the Aria. I'm like, what time? He's like, yeah, it gives us time and a place. And we're like, all right. Royce is like, dude, you know what I mean? Fucking Dana White. And this was when we had Scampoli with us. So I was like, this is going to be the greatest night of my life. because I haven't seen Skip. Like, I think that was the first time me and Scampoli ever hung out in person. We've known each other for 15 years, but through the internet. And, it's the first time hanging out with Scampoli. Scampoli's a big UFC guy, even bigger than me, you know. So I'm like, oh my god, I get to like meet Dana White, but I also get to make my buddy's night. Like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. Like, I'm gonna be a hero to all. This all works out great. Guess who never showed up?
Oh,
Can I give you a hint? Can I give you a hint? Can I give you a hint? Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
Chris showed up.
Okay, well that only leaves...
Scampoli was there. Royce was there.
Were you there?
I was there.
All right, well then the power of deduction would deduce that Dana White maybe didn't show up.
Blown off like a bitch. And then I won Chris $700 on slots. And then he just got a bunch of massages, which was weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, like, I don't mind a massage, like, on a casino floor. I really don't. If I'm playing alone, like, if I'm playing a table game, it's a little awkward. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting at a slot machine, I've had that, like, where they come over, like, hey, massage, like, yeah, here's some money, fucking go ahead, because you're just playing a slot. But if you're at a table and there's other people sitting next to you, I don't want to get a massage next to you. It's weird.
It's weird. That's like picking the urinal next to another guy.
Like, I might as well get a hand job next to you.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
weird.
It's on that level where you're like, all right, can you do that?
And like on top of that, Chris looks like the type of guy that would quiver at a woman's touch. So, like, I'm sure he was making weird noises and shit too, right? He was making noises. He didn't just sit there silently and give him his
I
thought.
didn't observe him on that level. I don't know if he was really making noise, but he definitely, like,
was into it. It was weird.
He just had that, like, I'm the king of the castle vibe, and you're like, this is fucked. Like, hey, what's going on, man? I was like, what you working on? He's like, man, just notes for the meeting today. I'm like, oh man, that's sweet, dude. Could I take a look? And he would hand me the clipboard, and I would fucking wing it across the warehouse, like, violently.
Like a fucking frisbee.
Like, across the warehouse. And he fell for it like 4 fucking times before he finally... It was like I think the 4th time I got him, I actually did the whole, I'm not going to throw it, dude. Like, I've done it enough times. It's not funny anymore.
And then you threw it. That's what makes it fun. And then you threw it. That's what makes it fun. Saying it's not funny anymore and then doing it again is the last gasp of any good bit.
Yeah. And then by like the 5th week, I finally one day was just like, can I see you? Like, no, never. I'm never handing you anything again. I'm like, smart man, James. You're a smart man, James Abanez. That's why they made you sales lead. Oh fuck! Why are we like this? Why are we like this?
Because
I just want to be normal one day, like not forever, but just
that noise.
No, but for one day, you wouldn't want to just be normal and see what it feels like.
No, I can't do it.
To have normal impulses.
No.
To not pour water on not only your best friend's wife, but also a woman who you've known as long as him, who's also one of your best friends.
Who's also literally just trying to take care of you. It's not like she walked up and was like, hey, drink some fucking water. You're being embarrassing.
Just an imbecile. I will only complicate you. Trust in me and